Varsity Media is the tri-state area's leader in sports media production. We specialize in live streaming.
Gargiulo over the middle. He's got a man. It's complete. And Ciolino. See you later. Touchdown, Massapequa.
Videography. And photography. Covering all sports at all levels. We feature aerial photography and videography, college recruiting videos, live streaming of games.
Top of the key, Smith. Why not? Wow. Bang! McKee, first down and more! Charlie McKee! Touchdown, Oceanside!
School events, graduations. Varsity Media is available to cover a game, a tournament, a season, or any special event.
Talk to us a little bit about what went through your mind, how you prepared for that to run such a fast speed.
Currently, spectators are limited at events. Let Varsity Media bring the event to your fans. Contact Varsity Media today for more information. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone 516-403-2050.
We welcome you to Northport High School, where this afternoon the Varsity Media Sports Network presents this Suffolk Division I showdown between the Patriots of Ward Melville, coming in at 6-0, against the host Tigers of Northport at 3-3. Good afternoon, everyone. Dylan Butler here. We thank you for joining us for what should be an exciting showdown of Suffolk Division I powerhouse teams. In Ward Melville, you have arguably the trendsetters, right? The perennial powerhouses, 27 Suffolk titles, 18 Long Island championships, 10 state titles. They are winners of the last 4 Suffolk Division I championships, and it is a different team this year than we've seen in the past. The Patriots, they butter their bread on their attack this year, averaging 14 goals a game. The Poles, which traditionally are the leaders of the Patriots, they're young. There's a junior goalie. They missed a lot last year, but it's very much on their attack. We take a look at their impact player now, and for Ward Melville, again, we talk about the attack. It starts with number 33, Chris Simonton. Senior, Providence Bounds, got 11 goals, 12 assists. He was brought up as a sophomore. He's going to quarterback the offense. The team captain, shows great leadership on and off the field. There's their head coach, Jay Negus. For Northport, they're a team 3-3 this year, but you look beyond the record and consider the losses. A 2-goal loss at Huntington, a 1-goal loss at Smithtown West, and then a season-opening 1-goal loss to Bayshore. So you take out one situation here, one situation there, and they also might be 6-0 at this point. It's a team still trying to figure itself out, but one of the great things about this matchup that we love is the strength of the Northport team is actually in its defense. They've got some terrific poles, a great goalie, but on the attack leading the way for them is our impact player, and that's number 1, Michael Meyer. He's also a division-bound player. He's a junior, bound for Fairfield, 13 goals, 8 assists. First-year head coach Larry Sarasi says he's a special talent. He's dynamic, probably has the best shot on this Northport team. So those are our impact players. We showed you our coaches as well. And interesting dynamic, too, in the coaches because they both succeed legends on their teams. Sarasi, of course, was under the guidance of George Searing for the past 10 years. Sarasi had 2003 Center Reach graduate, and Jay Negus in his 8th season at Ward Melville, a 1995 graduate of Ward Melville. So the Patriot, the green, runs in his blood, does Jay Negus. Let's take a look at our starters as we get set to go here today. We start with these guys, the visitors in green, Ward Melville. Again, they come in with a 6-0 record. Here are their starters. The attack line of Simonton, Dolan, and Saratori. The first midfield of James Aranio, Trevor Dunn, and Nico Barbero. Dunn is a question mark. We saw him warm up before the game. He seems good to go. Close D of Edson, Nicholson, and McMinn. Licavoli is in the cage, and there'll be a dual threat at the face-off X with Chris Soule out injured. We expect it to be Michael Katevsky starting the way for Ward Melville. Also, Madden Murphy, the freshman, will see time there as well. For Northport, here are their starters. You see up front, it's Atkinson, Meyer, McCarthy. First midfield line of Fortunato, Ronan, and Hellrigel. Close D of Gallagher, Egers, Sandrib. In the cage is Andrew Titman, and the face-off X is Tyler Kuparanchek. We'll take a quick break for the anthem, and we'll be right back with the opening face-off.
Now is the time to promote your business on our broadcasts.
Now Farmingdale will fire and find the back of the net.
Top of the key, 4-3, good.
With viewership in the thousands, your company will get the local attention it needs. Best of all, we offer affordable rates. High school sports online audiences are growing. Take advantage by advertising with Varsity Media.
Hands off, three-point shot is up and in. You back them back 3 yards, it doesn't matter. Touchdown, Freeport.
Contact us today, 516-403-2050, varsitymedia.net.
And we are just about set to go. Anthem is played, warm-ups are done, and we are just about ready to go here at Northport for this Suffolk Division I showdown, and it should be a fun one. When we spoke with Jay Negus, the head coach at Ward Melville, we asked him about the keys against Northport. He said, listen, these guys scare me. He said Northport is outstanding. They've got a great goalie. They are super big on defense, big athletic kids as well. Some guys who could really dodge and shoot. And they've got a great face-off guy in Kuparanchek. So he said they're going to be a tough game for us because they're so athletic. Keys for Northport, when we spoke to Larry Sarasi, said we've got to control the middle of the field. We have to get ground balls and win the transition game. Ward Melville is so well coached. They're not going to make a lot of mistakes on offense or defense. So if we could win the middle of the field, get some transition, and be able to stop their transition, he thinks he's got a good shot. It's Kuparanchek, the junior, Mount St. Mary's bound. They call him Coop. He's at the face-off X in white. And it's Madden Murphy. So he said there'll be a dual threat at the face-off X for Ward Melville with Chris Soule out injured. And the face-off, the opening face-off, goes to Ward Melville with Kuparanchek going early. So here's their first attack, and it's good to see 42 on the field. We weren't sure. He was a game-time decision, was Trevor Dunn, the Salisbury commit, but clearly did well through the warm-ups and able to step on the field. Injuries have been a key problem, really, for Ward Melville. We'll detail that as we go along, but having Dunn back on that first midfield line is really big for the Patriots. Quick cut, that is done. He's hit from behind and will stay here That push from behind was by 54, Drew Miller, the good-looking sophomore LSM. So Ward Melville maintains their attack. Again, a contrast of styles. It's the Ward Melville balanced attack against these poles. You see Miller sneaking out. The poles of Northport and goalie Andrew Tittman really, really good. Here's Dunn up top. He's got the shorty matchup, lowers his shoulder. Dunn fires, and Tittman with the save. It's a good start for Northport. They've got a clear, and they do that, although Miller's pass an errant one, so that's a little bit of what Sarasi was talking about, the middle of the field. You've got to be a little more careful with the ball, so Ward Melville will go back onto the attack. Stepping in was Nico Barbero, sophomore shifty Dodger. 4 goals and 8 assists on the year for Barbero. And he is stalked by Emerson Payne, the senior. Kind of a jack of all trades. He'll be on the wing on faceoffs. See the zone defense. Look here by Northport. Bouncer. That's off the pipe. Ground ball scooped up. And here come the Tigers. A little unsettled. Shot. Goal! Sandrib, the pole goal. And Northport has a 1-0 lead. Look at Sandrib go. Gets the ground ball. And he is off to the races. The Siena commit. The junior, he was an LSM as a freshman. And you love those pole goals. Sandrib's got Northport up 1-0. There's several Tiger poles who have that ability. Eager is another one, and Miller as well. Speaking of Miller, there he is, scooping up that ground ball off the face-off win. So face-off-wise, we are 1-1. Another pole goal. Yes, we do! Miller time. Drew Miller the finish. And it's 2-0 Northport. Watch Miller. He's got a seam. Why not? Fantastic goal by Miller. It's his 4th of the year. Hey, when your attack's not rolling, when the shots aren't falling, why not have the poles do their job? Kuparanchik, another face-off win. So after going quickly on the first one, he's won 2 in a row. And now the Tigers have the ball. They'll look to push the pace a bit here on the attack. There is our impact player, Meyer from X. And he'll kick it back out. What a start. Pole goals are one of my favorite things in lacrosse, and we already got 2 in the opening few minutes. Fortunato. And they'll work it to X. Hellriggle goes to the left. It's Fortunato. A Geneseo commit. Fortunato, 6 goals and 3 assists on the season. Looks to dodge from the wing. Hands off. The pass a little bit off the mark. And now the aggressive poles for Ward Melville, but Fortunato comes right back. He gets stripped for a second by McMinn, and it stays with Northport. And there's the big Michael Meyer, lanky. Hands off, one-handed receipt. Tigers have struggled a little bit with their shooting percentage. Double comes. And it's again the freshman, McMinn. He's a good-looking freshman, but Fortunato looked like he battled for it. It was actually McCarthy, and it'll stay with, or to go to Ward Melville, excuse me. So 2-0 is the score. Northport with a pair of pole goals to start. Now Ward Melville looks for the response. It's Tyler Flynn, part of their second midfield unit. There's 4 guys kind of battling for those 3 spots on the second midfield. It's Flynn, Ruffini, Frankie Carroll, who just had the ball. You also put in Nick Bruckner into that group of 4 vying for those 3 spots. There's Carroll, the junior. Works it back to X. Looks to play a 2-man game with Serratori, and he's eaten up. But there's a flag on the play, so we've got a flag down. And our first penalty, it'll be a push, a 30-second penalty against Northport. So first man-up opportunity for either team. Infraction on Sandrib. So it's a 30-second man-up opportunity for Ward Melville. And here they go. Shot right into the stick of Andrew Tittman. A really good save, an important one because, again, not a lot of time. You could see it clicking down. So not only do you get the clear, McCarthy gets the ball, and now the Tigers in prime position just to kill off this man-up opportunity. So you credit Tittman with the save, his second, and the good clearance as well. He was slated to be the backup a year ago, Andrew Tittman, but obviously pandemic meant no lacrosse at all. So there's Hellriggle. He works the X. So really an ideal start for Northport. You've got a couple wins at the face-off X by Kuparanchik. You've got Tittman with a few saves, a couple pole goals as well, and killing the first man down situation. We're midway through this first quarter, and the Tigers with a 2-0 lead. Looking at Dodge here from the right side. That's Triolo, but the pass went in front, and it's a 3-0 lead. You give Fortunato the goal. Here's another look. Here's the dodge, the cut back. And there's the step down shot by 27, Casey Fortunato. What a start by Northport. For Fortunato, his 7th goal of the season. And another win. That's 3 in a row now for Kuparanchik, the junior. He's got quick hands. He's a guy, too, he is a face-off guy, but they feel comfortable with him staying on if he has to, if the situation works to that. So a clean win, he can go. He does have 1 goal on the year. But a perfect start for the Tigers. They're looking for more now with Meyer. Meyer up top. Hands off to Gavin Tyner. So now this is the second midfield unit. It's Dylan McNaughton, you see 41. Tyner as well, part of this, number 8. Goal line extended. Meyer can't finish it. That's a save. Ground ball picked up and won by Northport, Timmy Kirchner. It's McCarthy now. McCarthy's got a lane. McCarthy! Oh, what a save. Licavoli makes the save. Will go the other way with the crease violation. So 2 saves apiece for both standout goalies. Look at that collision out at midfield. Michael Meyer lowering the shoulder. But Ward Melville still gets the clear. The guy with the ball was James Aranio, and when you talk about liking contact, that's Aranio. A Brown-bound wrestler. One of the best in Suffolk County. His brother Christian was a state champion as well. And look at that. Kevin Dolan goes high, and he brings Ward Melville back to within 3-1. You see it again. A lower of the shoulder and just a rip high for Kevin Dolan. Dolan, the Fairfield commit, his 17th goal of the year. So it took nearly 8 minutes of the first quarter, but Ward Melville gets on the board. And Kuparanchek with the win. Here's what we were saying. He can stay on when he gets the faceoff win. Miller is in trouble. And a quick timeout by Northport. A smart one there, too, with the ball on the carpet. And we'll stay here on the faceoff. When we talk Northport, you know, we asked Larry Sarasi just about sort of following that legacy of George Searing and, you know, the 20 years that he has it as the head coach, a couple of Suffolk A titles, a couple Long Island championships, that 2001 state championship. And he said, look, the key here is that he considers Searing a mentor and someone he still says he talks to, although he's not physically coaching. He says that we always joke as a coaching staff saying that George is a snowbird now and he still lives and breathes Northport lacrosse. He said the biggest hurdle for him as a first-year head coach for Sarasi was just all the COVID protocols and the testing and everything that came with trying to coach during a pandemic. That was not easy, but Sarasi's a guy who not only has Searing as a mentor. When he played at Stony Brook, he was coached by Lars Tiffany, who's now the head coach at the University of Virginia. And he said one of the things that Tiffany told him, and he continues this mantra with his team, is that Tiffany would say that expect nothing and earn everything. And he said that's been our motto here at Northport this year as well. We have to earn everything. And it's been a good start to this point. Again, 3-3, and those 3 losses really by minuscule margins. So the Tigers have been right there, and certainly this a terrific start for them against the team in Suffolk County that is very much everybody's measuring stick, the Patriots of Ward Melville. Off the timeout, Northport works it around the perimeter. Triolo, quick dodger, the senior, 16. They work it to X, and there's Meyer. To Triolo. And there's Hellriggle back to Triolo. Meyer draws the pole. He also tries to work off a screen. He does. Hands off. Step down. Shot. And that's a save. Ball bounces out. And what a job by Casey Fortunato. It looked like Ward Melville would have the clear, but Fortunato said, not on my watch. What an effort. Will it result in a goal? They double quickly. Ground ball picked up. It's loose. And it goes to Ward Melville. Here comes an aggressive ride. And we saw Licavoli come off and out of his cage. That's something that Negus said reminds him, of course, of Colin Krieg, who is in his freshman year, a standout freshman at North Carolina, was really one of the favorites or certainly one of the contenders for the ACC Freshman of the Year. That award went to Brennan O'Neill, former Bayshore and St. Anthony standout. But Licavoli shows his athleticism when he can get out of the cage and get going like Krieg did. Oh, what a rip. Shoulder went down, and Aranio. What a finish, and it's now 3-2. Watch it again. Aranio just takes his defender out, lowers the shoulder, and goes high to high. So it was a terrific start for Northport, but Ward Melville's chipped away. Aranio's 10th goal of the year has pulled the Patriots to within a goal. And another big win for Cooper Anchek, his 5th of 6 attempts in this first quarter. So Ward Melville maybe feeling a little bit of momentum. A big possession here now for the Tigers. They'll work it to X and kick it back out. A little stutter step. The double came, and that was a pass attempt by Meyer. He tried to get it to the crease, but there you see Licavoli, and again, he'll have the green light. He can continue going if he wants, and that was an errant pass and a turnover for the Patriots. So under a minute left in this first quarter, a game of runs and some good footwork there by Triolo to stay in as he was pressured and attempted to get pushed out at midfield. So you would think or expect, unless a good one emerges, that Northport will hold here for the last shot of this first quarter. Kirchner hands off. And there's Meyer, 22 seconds. Meyer tries to go goal line extended, kicks it back out, finds Kirchner. Now Meyer's got a lane. Meyer! What a goal by Michael Meyer. His 14th of the year. And we had a great vantage point of that. And you will too. As Meyer handed off to Kirchner. And when he got the ball back, it looked like they just checked off him. And he had a great vantage point and buried the shot. A big goal with 14 seconds left in this first quarter. Back to the face-off X, and that's a ball that's still loose. It is kicked around. Battle for it. Still loose, and it kicks out. So a tremendous first quarter here at Northport. The Tigers raced out to a 3-0 lead. Ward Melville responded, but then Michael Meyer buried his 14th goal of the year, and he's got Northport leading Ward Melville 4-2. You're watching the Suffolk Division I showdown right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Are you settling for a boring live stream? Can't see the players' uniforms? No audio? Camera not following the action? Consider a live stream broadcast with Varsity Media. Our announcers help tell the story of your game.
That was McCarthy.
He's got. Oh, he's in.
Touchdown, Farmingdale.
We feature multiple camera angles, guaranteed to capture all the action.
Touchdown, Oceanside!
Plus added features like graphics, instant replay.
Yeah, the shooters are going to shoot here at Bethpage, and one of many threes on the day.
Interviews, and more. It's your time to shine. And with Varsity Media, now you can. Contact us today and book a live stream broadcast with Varsity Media. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone 516-403-2050.
We welcome you back to Northport High School. A gorgeous afternoon here on the North Shore of Suffolk County. The Tigers with a 4-2 lead on Ward Melville. Last time these two teams met, you go back to the Suffolk A semifinals in 2019. That was an 11-8 8 win for Ward Melville. Jack Gillen with 3 goals and an assist. Dylan Palinetti, 2 goals and an assist. Brandon Avila was outstanding that day for the Patriots. 2 goals, 20 of 23 from the faceoff X. Sal Michio had 4 goals for Northport. Ward Melville went on to defeat Smithtown West in overtime to win their 4th consecutive Suffolk A title. They lose to Massapequa in the LICs, and Pequa would go on and win the state championship. Another face-off win for Cooper Anchuk, and he is, certainly it appears, to be the real deal, and both coaches talked about his ability and his impact on the game. Meyer kicks it back out to Fortunato. He's been on varsity. Fortunato, who hands off since his sophomore year. Was a second midfielder on the second midfield line as a sophomore. Now more opportunities are coming his way, and now it is his time as a senior. Fortunato scoops the ball up, hands to Hellriggle. Big, strong kid is Hellriggle, 6'6". A lot of big boys on the field right now for both teams. And again, just a quick movement. Now they'll pressure from up top. It's Aranio to do so. Fortunato switches course. Thought about it for a second. Hands off. And they'll work it to X. Playing catch there was Atkinson and Meyer. Meyer all the way back out to Fortunato. We've not seen a shot attempt yet. Maybe too soon to think of a stall warning. Meyer hands off. And McCarthy will go back behind the cage. And there's Fortunato. He's got a lane. Pumps the brakes as the pole comes out on him. Turns all the way out. Some great defending by Drew Nicholson, the LSM. Now the stall warning came on, and Northport threw the ball away. So on that play before, you got to credit Drew Nicholson, the junior LSM, stepping in for Devin Rouse, the Cortland-bound LSM who tore his ACL. Still travels, still with the team. We saw him earlier. We'll show him to you later on. He's got the crutches out by the scorer's table. So now Ward Melville looks to capitalize, and that's Nico Barbudo. Barbudo pumps the brakes, spins, low shot, and Tittman is there for the save. It's his 3rd, and Barbero was denied, but we will go the other way. A little bit unsettled for a second, it seemed, but Ward Melville will push it back out. It's done. Dunn was the game-time decision. He's got that Division I body, athleticism, speed between the lines. Plays outstanding defense as well. Dunn somehow held on to that ball with Rafe Carner all over him. Aranio fires high and wide. We've not seen many wide shots to this point. Ward Melville certainly with good accuracy. Tittman, though, has been there to make the stops. What a move to the outside. Down low, and Tittman again denies Dolan. Simonton had the move. He kicked it down low, but Tittman was there for another save, his 4th of the game. And there's a good look at Andrew Tittman. He's been the leader. He's been up for the challenge this year. After each practice, and there's a failure to advance, so Tittman, I'm singing his honors, and took a little bit too much time. So we'll go the other way. Aranio Hands off. 8 minutes left, second quarter. It's 4-2 for Northport. Tigers raced out to a 3-0 lead. Went to 3-2, and there's been an exchange of goals since. There's Kevin Nolan, the junior. Good size on him. Goes goal line extended, works at the X. Dolan pops out, looking to try to... And Tittman again with the save. Denies Simonton. He has been outstanding, has Andrew Tittman. Here's a unsettled situation for Northport. They quickly moved it downfield. It's Atkinson. Back to X. Thought they had a chance maybe for something at the cage, but perhaps it's been playing defense for as long as they have that Northport wants to just settle into their offense, give those poles a bit of a breather. Here's Fortunato. And they work to the far side to Triolo, 16. Fortunato cuts inside, hands off. Looking to dodge. They kick it to X. Oh, what a cut to the cage. Ryan McCarthy with the finish. McCarthy's 13th goal of the year gives the Tigers a 5-2 lead. See if you could follow 30. Here he comes, going to the cage. What a terrific catch and shoot. The pass came from Meyer. So 5-2 the lead for Northport. And Cooper Anchek battles again for the face-off. It's loose. Still loose. Ground ball off the official. And we've got a flag. And this looks to be let's see what the call is. So the penalty goes to 42 of Ward Melville, unnecessary, so it's a 1-minute penalty, and that's Trevor Dunn. So Dunn is in the box, first man up opportunity for Northport, and it's a 1-minute man up. Ward Melville, to this point, had the only man up, and that was only a 30-second, so good chance here for Northport to add to their lead. And that shot went right into the stick. And there is, oh, look at that. It looked to be a clear. It's a good goal. And Gavin Tyner with a man-up goal. Let's take a look at that one again. There's a shot into the cage, and look. Licavoli never saw it. And then sweeping it into the net was 8. Tyner, his third of the year, the man-up goal, and it's 6-2 Northport. That's the way things are going for Northport. It was a shot that Licavoli was able to see the whole way, and you figure at that point, he's ready to clear. He'll kill the man up, but wasn't able to hold on, and Miller scoops up the GB. He has been fantastic, Drew Miller. He wants some more offense. He's not good. He's not settled with one goal. And all the hands up by the coaches on the Northport bench means they're fine with just settling it down here with a 4-goal lead and approaching 5 minutes left in this first half. So happy to bring that to you here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. This Suffolk Division I showdown between Northport and undefeated Ward Melville. Dunn tries to push He loses his own stick. Here's the situation here for Northport. And there, they kind of forced it a little bit with Triolo. It's loose. A lot of pushing, a lot of shoving, and Northport gets the timeout. We'll take it with them as well. 4:55 left in this second quarter. Northport with a 6-2 lead. You're watching the Suffolk Division I showdown on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Are you settling for a boring live stream? Can't see the players' uniforms? No audio? Camera not following the action? Consider a live stream broadcast with Varsity Media. Our announcers help tell the story of your game.
Goes McCarthy. He's got. He's in.
Touchdown, Farmingdale.
We feature multiple camera angles, guaranteed to capture all the action.
Touchdown, Oceanside!
Plus added features like graphics, instant replay.
Yeah, the shooters are going to shoot here at Bethpage, and one of many threes on the day.
Interviews, and more. It's your time to shine. And with Varsity Media, now you can. Contact us today and book a live stream broadcast with Varsity Media. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone 516-403-2050.
Welcome back to Northport High School. There you see in the crutches, number 44, that's Devin Rouse. And he was set to play a big part of this Ward Melville team. Would have been a starting long stick midi, and certainly a guy with a lot of experience. Had an ACL injury, so he is out for the year. And Ward Melville in general has been banged up. Chris Soule is their usual face-off guy. Soule's going on to play at Ithaca. He's hurt. He should be back, though, soon. And one of the things that Negus liked was that you can get Murphy and Katevsky a lot of reps at the face-off X while Soule is coming back. They expect Soule to be back for the Smithtown West game, and that's on the 21st of May. But Devin Ralph sorely missed 44. One of the better LSMs in Suffolk County. We wish him the best and a speedy recovery as well. So 4:59 left here off the timeout. Northport with the ball. And, man, if they can tack on one more before halftime, you go into the break with a 5-goal lead. That would be really impressive. There's Fortunato, and it's been a great first half to this point as well for the Tigers. Maybe the best, especially considering the opposition, the best 24 minutes that they've played this year. Here's a dodge, and the ball gets blocked. Good recognition there by the defenders as Triolo's shot was blocked. It stays, though, with the Tigers. And there's Meyer. Good look at him. And look at a finish. Meyer again playing quarterback, and McCarthy with the goal. That's 4 unanswered. And here it is again. Watch Meyer. Quarterbacking from X. Head up. And another cut and a low finish. What a great look. McCarthy, the goal. His second of this quarter, 14th of the year. And it is 7-2 Northport. Another assist as well from Meyer. We've got him for at least 2 in this quarter, which would give him 10 on the year. Kuparanchek, the win. Kuparanchek pushed from behind. Northport wanted a flag, not given, but they maintained possession, and that's what we said about Kuparanchek earlier. If he's got that ability and that opportunity, he will go. So another face-off win for Kuparanchek. He's 8 of 10 unofficially at X. And there's Dylan McNaughton, 41. Again, he's part of that four-man rotation for those three spots on the second midfield. That's McNaughton, Tyner, Kirchner, and Triolo looking for time on this second midfield unit. There is McNaughton. Big kid. Kind of a bulldodger as well, not unlike Cole Ronan, number 13 on that first midfield line. 3.5 to go. Here's a dodge from up top. Double comes, spinning out of it. And that pass off the mark. Can they track it down? They can. Ground ball scooped up by Kirchner. And the Tigers maintain possession. There's Meyer. What a day he's had as well, especially as that quarterback from X. Back-to-back or 2 assists on the last 3 goals. McNaughton back out top. And you can see a little more aggression by the Poles of Ward Melville. McNaughton lowered the shoulder, cuts it back out, absorbs the check. 2.5 to go. First half dominated by Northport. Oh, and an errant pass. Can Meyer track it down? He can. Meyer switches hands. Says, get off me. Back to McNaughton. McNaughton's got the shorty matchup. He'll cut it back out as we approach 2 minutes left in this first half. Kirchner, stall warning is on. So Northport's got to keep this one in. There's Tyner. Tyner beats his man from X. Looks for cutters. Tyner goes for himself, and he scores! Gavin Tyner. His second goal of the quarter extends Northport's lead to 8-2. Tyner is having himself a day. Came in with 2 goals and an assist. He's doubled his offensive production. And he gets the handshakes and high fives from his bench. And there's Tyner. Watch his ball just sneak in off the near post. Licavoli never saw it. 1:47 left. It is going all Tigers right now. And another Kuparanchik win. This time he scooped it back. And Northport can really settle in here and likely hold here for their last shot. 8-2 advantage. Northport came into this one 3-3 with 3 very tight losses. Ward Melville undefeated at 6-0. There's Fortunato up top. Triolo thinks about it. Here he goes. Triolo! Goal! Tristan Triolo, that quick senior Dodger, extends Northport's lead to 9-2. Look at this. You give him some room. Look, they slag off. Triolo's like, here I go to the cage. Catch me if you can. And Triolo with the low finish. His 4th goal of the year. 9-2 lead with a minute left in this first half. The formula has been pretty significant, or it's been a bit almost rinse and repeat. And some physicality here and a push at the sideline. It looked like it was Rafe Carner who got knocked over, and then a little pushing and shoving with Drew Nicholson on the Ward Melville bench. 30 seconds left. Ward Melville desperate for the response. Kevin Dolan fires. Tittman the save. Here comes Miller. He's already got one pole goal. Miller. Is he looking for more? Hands off. Extra pass. Sidearm shot in the goal. Michael Meyer. 10-2 Northport. 7 straight goals for the Tigers, and it starts with that Tittman save. It was pushed by Miller, and the goal by Meyer. (10-2). All Northport. Michael Kitevsky to take what's likely the last face-off of this first half. Battles. It's still loose. Scrum for the ball. And that does it for a dominant first half for Northport. You could hear the reaction from the stands. The Tigers raced out to a 3-0 lead in the first quarter. It was 3-2, and then from that point on, all Northport. They reel off 7 unanswered goals, and they go into halftime with a 10-2 lead. You're watching this Suffolk Division I showdown on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Are you settling for a boring live stream? Can't see the players' uniforms? No audio? Camera not following the action? Consider a live stream broadcast with Varsity Media. Our announcers help tell the story of your game.
Goes McCarthy. He's got. He's in.
Touchdown, Farmingdale.
We feature multiple camera angles, guaranteed to capture all the action.
Touchdown, Oceanside!
Plus added features like graphics, instant replay.
Yeah, the shooters are going to shoot here at Bethpage, and one of many threes on the day.
Interviews, and more. It's your time to shine. And with Varsity Media, now you can. Contact us today and book a live stream broadcast with Varsity Media. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone 516-403-2050. Now is the time to promote your business on our broadcasts.
Now Farmingdale will fire and find the back of the net.
Top of the key, 4-3, good.
With viewership in the thousands, your company will get the local attention it needs. Best of all, we offer affordable rates. High school sports online audiences are growing. Take advantage by advertising with Varsity Media.
Hands off, three-point shot is up and in. You back him back 3 yards, it doesn't matter. Touchdown, Freeport.
Contact us today, 516-403-2050, varsitymedia.net.
And we welcome you back to Northport High School. Second half about to start in this Suffolk Division I showdown between Northport and Wharton Melville. And the opening 24 minutes, the best that these Tigers have played. And Meyer, we mentioned him at the start, a big part of that. 2 goals and 2 assists for the Fairfield-bound junior, leading the way for the Tigers. You also have 2 goals and 1 assist from Ryan McCarthy. Fortunato and Tyner with goals. Miller and Sandrib, the Poles, with goals. And 6 big saves from Andrew Tittman, as well as those face-off wins. At the face-off X, 9 of 11 was Kuparanchek in that first half. Back to the X, and that's a clean win for Ward Melville. So let's see if that's a bit of a response from them. Certainly some excitement from their bench right now, some lively chatter. There's Nico Barbero. Barbero turns, looks for something, but he's defended really well by Carner. The short stick D midi. Dolan turns, that shot's blocked. Ground ball, it's picked up, but we'll have a push and we'll stay with Ward Melville. Northport has scored 7 consecutive goals. That shot well over the net by Aranio. Credit Emerson Payne with affecting that shot. Another save by Tittman. His 7th of the game. Payne a good catch out at midfield. Senior's got a goal on the year. And now Northport looks to tack on to their lead. Meyer pushes it out top. It's been a very balanced attack to this point for the Tigers. It started, interestingly enough, with their poles, the long poles, Sandrib and Miller scoring the first 2. Shooting accuracy has been a problem through the first 6 games for Northport, not so much in game number 7. The Tigers are bringing it And the result is their best first half of the season. But they've got to finish the job now. Fortunato wide of the cage. Backup was there. Fortunato had a goal in that first half. And there's Meyer. Low to high! Meyer with the hat trick. It's now 8 straight for Northport. And the Tigers lead 11-2. It starts right here, and you've got to get out on Meyer. They're slow to converge, and Meyer sidearms that one into the net. 11-2 for Northport. So Kuparanchek gets the win off Ward Melville going early. We're still a ways off from this happening, but 14 goals when you have running time or a 14-goal advantage. And right now it's 9 for the Tigers. Meyer, our impact player of the game. And you could see why, right? 3 goals, 2 assists. Oh, pipe! Hellrigel. Hellrigel off the post. Look at the ground ball picked up. Fortunato spins. He's been so big with a lot of those important kind of dirty work efforts today, Fortunato. You remember back in the first half, he had that diving effort to win the ball back when it looked like Ward Melville was set to clear. And there, too, it looked as if Ward Melville would get the ground ball, but Fortunato made sure that they didn't. Meyer using all of that frame of his to grab that ball. Works it to X where he's marked there by McMinn, the freshman pole. Back out to Fortunato. Hellrigel. Triolo. Fortunato up top. Gets a whack. Hands it back off. They work it to goal line extended, and Atkinson joins the party. They just kind of lull Ward Melville to sleep. Then they decide to go. You see lowering the shoulder was Hellrigel. You give him the assists. The finish by Atkinson. His 9th goal of the year. And it's 12-2 Northport. Going back to the first quarter, this is a 9-0 run. Back to the face-off X. Kuparanchek just pushes his way ahead. Ground ball is loose. Miller chases. And it stays with Ward Melville. Here's Aranio. Barbero. Some chatter now from the Tigers bench. Serratore. So he ends that streak. And could that be the spark for Ward Melville, the senior lefty attackman, scores his 7th of the year. A bouncer. And a face-off win off the ground ball scooped up by Drew Nicholson. So Ward Melville doing a little bit better at the face-off X. Nicholson unable to hold on, and they'll call a timeout. Ward Melville will, and we'll take it with them. 6:32 left here, third quarter. It's all Northport right now. They've got a 12-3 lead over Ward Melville. You're watching this Suffolk Division I showdown on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Now is the time to promote your business on our broadcasts.
Now Farmingdale will fire and find the back of the net.
Top of the key, 4-3, good.
With viewership in the thousands, your company will get the local attention it needs. Best of all, we offer affordable rates. High school sports online audiences are growing. Take advantage by advertising with Varsity Media.
Hands off, three-point shot is up and in. You back him back 3 yards, it doesn't matter. Touchdown, Freeport.
Contact us today, 516-403-2050, varsitymedia.net.
We welcome you back to Northport High School off the timeout. Ward Melville looking to chip away the Tigers with a 12-3 lead. Suffolk Division I showdown. Dylan Butler here for the Varsity Media Sports Network. We thank you for joining us. I stand corrected. Before I said it was a 14-goal advantage. It is 12 for running time to be put into play. How about that pole work? Sandrib with the takeaway. Miller the pass. Here come the Tigers, unsettled. The bouncer by Emerson Payne goes wide of the mark. That would have brought the house down. Meyer hands off. It feels like everything is going right on the attack, really in all phases right now for Northport, but certainly a balanced attack. Myers led the way with 3 goals and 2 assists, but McCarthy's been great. You've got contributions from others as well. Fortunato doing all the little things. And the result is a 12-3 lead on the 4-time defending Suffolk Division I champs. They are still defending, even though there was no season played a year ago. Five minutes left here in this third quarter. Meyer looks for options, works off the screen by Fortunato, switches it over to Atkinson. Atkinson is that lefty finisher. Little stutter step. Switch of fields. It's in Fortunato's feet, and he is buried. Loose ball. That was Trevor Dunn with the physicality. And here come the Patriots. Aranio lowers the shoulder. Aranio. He loves that contact. Aranio still has it. Now he's down. Loose ball scooped up. Ward Melville a little out of sorts there. That was a pass into the feet. Kevin Dolan. And that's kind of the way things are going right now for Ward Melville. And now Tittman was just kind of motioning upfield and making sure his teammates are exactly where he wants them. Goes cross field. Good catch by Connor Gallagher, the senior Cortland commit. One of the polls we haven't mentioned. 20 is Dan Eagers as well. He's Delaware bound. So you've got Eagers, Gallagher, and Sandrib as your close D trio in front of Tittman, who has been spectacular as well. There's a good look at Jacob Stark. The joke with Stark, the junior, who's got a goal and an assist. It's a lot of Game of Thrones references on that Northport bench. A lot of winter is coming. It's getting cold out there with the Starks. I thought it might be an Avengers reference, and maybe they call him Iron Man, but not so. There he is. The look from Meyer, McCarthy, the finish. And Meyer can do no wrong today. You've got to go out and play him. And you can see the job that he does there as well, just getting it down low to McCarthy. Another assist for Meyer, his third on the game. It's McCarthy's third goal of the game, and the lead is 10. Going early was Katevsky, so another face-off win for Kuparanchuk. 13-3 the score. All Northport here. The Tigers looking for their biggest win of the season. They did go toward Melville a couple of years ago and won during the regular season before losing that heartbreaker in the Suffolk A semifinals. Ward Melville would go on, rally in dramatic fashion to beat Smithtown West in overtime before their season would end in the Long Island Championship to Massapequa. Under 2 left here in this third quarter. There's Tyner. Tyner tries to work on Tyler Flynn. Stall warning is on. Tyner hands off, gets it right back. Up top to Meyer. They've got to stay in. They work it again to X. A crisp cut by Kirchner. Ground ball picked up. And now Ward Melville looks to clear. It was Frankie Carroll. There he is, handing off. And now a little bit unsettled, it looks like, for Ward Melville. Carroll up top. Quickly gets pulled by Miller. A minute left in this third quarter. Tyler Raffini, a lefty with great vision, a great feeder. He's got 3 goals and 6 assists. Fakes the pass. Turns, another fake. Spins, looks for options. There he feeds. Behind the back! And a goal! Kevin Dolan, the finish. (13-4). And again, you see the vision. You're looking for cutters. Watch Dolan. Look at that cut. And what a goal. I mean, he was covered like a blanket. But still, that little bit of a step that he had. And a really good finish by Dolan, the Fairfield-bound junior. That's his second goal of the game. 13-4. Another win for Kuparanchuk. Hands off to Miller. Miller runs like a deer. And now you would expect Northport to hold here for the last. It's Meyer. Although Meyer gets on his horse. The countdown begins. A fake. Low to low. There's the save by Licavoli, and the ground ball picked up as the quarter comes to an end. Another good 12 minutes by Northport, and the Tigers have themselves 12 minutes from the biggest win of the year. It won't be easy, though. The Patriots won't let them have it for free. 3 quarters in the books, 4th to come. You're watching this Suffolk Division I showdown on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area's leader in sports media production. We specialize in live streaming.
Gargiulo over the middle. He's got a man. It's complete. And Ciolino. See you later. Touchdown, Massapequa.
Videography. And photography. Covering all sports at all levels. We feature aerial photography and videography, college recruiting videos, live streaming of games.
Top of the key, Smith. Why not? Wow. Bang! McKee, first down and more! Charlie McKee! Touchdown, Oceanside!
School events.
4th quarter set to start, and it's Northport with a 13-4 lead. The Tigers looking to hand Ward Melville their first defeat of the season. It's Katevsky in green. It's Kuparanchuk in white. The wings are there and waiting. Ball is scooped up, and there's the GB picked up by Dan Eagers. Miller hands off, and here comes Atkinson. Atkinson, hands off. And Hellriggle, the pass to Triolo. So many guys here, whether it's the first midfield, second midfield, those attacking trio. And look at this shot, wide. The backup was there, though, by Meyer. And you could see how the angle Triolo had. He had the lane. Hellriggle pushes it back out. Fortunato kicks it up top to Hellriggle. He looks to dodge. Hellriggle goes far post, and that one was wide. But again, Meyer was there for the backup. Meyer. Pulled by Nicholson. That pass gets deflected. Ball is loose. It's picked up. And here comes Trevor Dunn. Dunn. The pass, the extra look, and that one just off the mark. Chase down for the loose ball. And it's won by Northport, although they give it right back. Little helter-skelter play early in this 4th quarter. And now you can see they look to start this play from up top. Aranio switches course, and even there, just the simplest of passes seems to be off right now for the Patriots. It's Flynn. The third Flynn to play for Ward Melville. That shot gets blocked. Luke is at Cortland. Rebound, that one goes wide. Zach was at Oneonta. Tyler Flynn's dad, Rich, he played lacrosse as well for Ohio Wesleyan and the New York Saints. So clearly lacrosse in the Flynn bloodline. Tittman hands off, and now the Poles will go to work looking to get this clearance. And they turn it over. So sloppy start really for both teams here in this fourth quarter after a pretty crisply played first 36 minutes. And again, look, these passes just not on the mark. An uncharacteristic performance to this point, it would seem. Swim dodge, another by Aranio to his left, fires wide. Uncharacteristic performance to this point by Ward Melville, a team that generally just doesn't beat themselves. So fundamentally sound. Look at that goal, what a finish. Simonton. He was our pre-game player to watch, and he finally gets on the board. You see him start it from X. Simonton pumps the brakes, falls, and still goes low to high. A great finish for the Providence-bound senior. He's got 12 goals on the year, and he cuts the deficit to 13-5. So quietly, Ward Melville getting back into this one. They've got back-to-back goals on 3 of the last 4. And 8 minutes is still a lot of time in lacrosse. Kuparanchuk with the wind. We have a flag. And that looks to likely be a slash, as you saw Eagers come away with it. Step down, shot wide of the mark by McCarthy, but we'll have another man-up opportunity. It'll be a slash against Ward Melville's number 13, so it's a 1-minute penalty. We saw Northport in that first half, 1 of 2 with the man up. Ward Melville 0 of 1. It's a big opportunity here for the Tigers to tack on to their lead. Fortunato up top. $30 left in the man up. Oh, what a look, and what a great save by Licavoli. Robbing Tyner at the crease. And there goes Licavoli. The pass was to the pole. There's an empty net now. Will they go for it? Meyer. Licavoli gets back in. Here's Miller. Oh, looking for his second pole goal. Still 2 seconds left on the man up. And now they'll be even. So Northport 1 of 3 with the man up. And Ward Melville has a chance now to, again, just chip away at their deficit. Dunn hands off to Barbero, the sophomore. Barbero, he's got the shorty matchup. They double him. That shot blocked in front by his own player, and a good timeout by the officials. We'll take it with them as well off the injury. 13-5 the score. Here's a look at our upcoming games, as it looks like the Ward Melville player has gotten up. A terrific slate we have for you. We go back into Nassau County for a doubleheader. Tomorrow, the Braves of Syosset and the Trojans of Garden City both looking to bounce back off of their losses in their last games played. We've got Farmingdale and Southside as well. Garden City, Long Beach. We come back out here to Suffolk County on Saturday. Bayport, Blue Point against West Islip, and many, many more. Subscribe to us here on our YouTube channel, and also follow us on social media. We'll have announcements of even more boys lacrosse games in this spring season. So off the injury timeout, Eagers gets the clear. Eagers maybe wants some more. And he is stopped by his own coach. Larry Sarasi calls the timeout just as it appeared Eagers was spinning and looking to go to goal. We will take this one with them as well here with 6 minutes left in this fourth quarter. It's Northport leading Ward Melville 13-5. You're watching this Suffolk Division I showdown on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Are you settling for a boring live stream? Can't see the players' uniforms? No audio? Camera not following the action? Consider a live stream broadcast with Varsity Media. Our announcers help tell the story of your game.
McCarthy. He's got. Oh, he's in.
Touchdown, Farmingdale.
We feature multiple camera angles, guaranteed to capture all the action.
Touchdown, Oceanside.
Plus added features like graphics, instant replay.
Yeah, the shooters are going to shoot here at Bethpage, and one of many threes on the day.
Interviews, and more. It's your time to shine. And with Varsity Media, now you can. Contact us today and book a live stream broadcast with Varsity Media. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone 516-403-2050.
We welcome you back to Northport. Dylan Butler here. So happy you're able to join us on the Varsity Media Sports Network in our first Suffolk County broadcast of the year. We've been in Nassau this entire lacrosse season, and we're so happy to be here in the 6-3-1. Meyer at X. Gets the slash. Another. He's getting whacked by Jack Nicholson. Another. And another. Meyer spins off him. Nicholson still. Whack after whack. It's not affecting Meyer as he spins away. Meyer turns. Looks to distribute. That pass a little bit off the mark. Battle for the loose ball. Oh, scooped up well. What a GB there by Ryan McCarthy. Fortunato thought about it for a second. You got to figure here, too, Northport will be happy to just work the ball around, and if the stall warning comes, so be it. Fortunato. If anything, and here it is now, the stall warning is on, this should then make Ward Melville become a little bit more aggressive defensively, and maybe you get something cheap around the cage. Fortunato, like a top spinning around. Hellriggle. He gets the Nicholson wax now. Under 4. Ooh. Thought that might have been to the cage. Meyer still with it. Meyer invites more company to his office. And now Licavoli out of his cage. And now we do get a flag. Licavoli out as the extra defender. It's an interesting tactic, right? I mean, you have to kind of if you're Ward Melville, but it's not as if they've been dominating the faceoff back, so it's not like they could just absorb the empty net goal and then win the faceoff because Kuparanchuk has been so good there. It's still a delayed penalty. There's a push, a little extra, a few extra whacks. So it'll be a 1-minute penalty. It'll be a slash against Ward Melville. So now you do the math. The lead is 13-5. There's 2:58 left in the fourth quarter, and the man up is a minute for Northport. So actually, looks like we're going to be 6-on-4. So you'll get the 1-minute slash, but also a 30-second push. So how about that? You're 2 men up now for 30 seconds. And then you're still 6-on-5 for 30 more seconds. So you had a 1-minute slash and a 30-second push, so 6-on-4 for 30 seconds. If you're in Northport, you've got no need to get anywhere near the cage at this point. Let the first one just tick on down. Stall warning is on, but considering all the extra space you have to attack with, you should have really no problem keeping it in at this point. You can see the bottom right of your screen. When it gets to 30, it'll be 6-on-5. So the first penalty is up. So it's now 6-on-5. Still another 30 seconds, as you see. And again, you're not even taking an attempt, as we're even off those penalties. So we are 6-on-6. And it's 2 minutes left for Northport to close out their biggest win of the year. You would expect Licavoli to again come out of his crease and play as that extra defender. Although he's still there now, and you almost wonder if that's just a sign of Ward Melville kind of waving the white flag at this point. Hellriggle. Still has it, and now you do have Licavoli out of the cage. Hellriggle as we approach 1 minute left. Puts his left arm out to Ward. And the crowd here at Northport reacting to the announcement of 1 minute left. The banging on the metal bleachers creating that shaking that you see on your screen. It's that kind of afternoon here at Northport. 40 seconds left. Tyner. Northport came into this game at 3-3. But again, those 3 losses were all tight. To Bayshore by a goal, to Smithtown West by a goal, and to Huntington by 3 goals. Jay Negus, the Ward Melville coach, said he was scared of this Northport team, saying they were so good He was wary, and he was right. What a win for Northport. 13-5 over Ward Melville. Northport improves to 4-3 on the year. They hand Ward Melville their first loss of the season. A statement win, if there ever was one, for the Tigers. They still have some big battles ahead. They take on Comac next, and they've got Smithtown East, Connetquot, Sachem East, Hills East, Sachem North, and Floyd. But this is the kind of win that could certainly catapult you the rest of the way. For Ward Melville, there's big games ahead as well with Smithtown West and Bayshore and Huntington. So they'll have to rebound quickly, but a huge win for the Tigers. We mentioned Michael Meyer as the player to watch, and it was well deserved by the junior. Fairfield commit, 3 goals, 3 assists, leading the charge. Andrew Titton was great in the cage. Tyler Cooper-Ranchek dominant at the faceoff X, and all of that means a terrific, terrific win for Northport. Meyer, a big day. You see it there. 3-3 for the Fairfield bound junior. Before we go, we want to remind you of our upcoming schedule. There you see it there, a doubleheader tomorrow in Nassau County. I'll be on the call for that Syosset Garden City showdown. We've got Farmingdale and Southside and Garden City, Long Beach, Bayport, Blue Point against West Islip, and on we go. You can watch it all right here on a YouTube channel. You want to subscribe to us here and follow us. You see the way you can do it on the bottom of your screen, all our social media handles. So that'll do it here from Northport High School. For Dan Lippenholtz and Tony DeMeo, Ben Turchin as well, I'm Dylan Butler, thanking you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next time on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Are you settling for a boring live stream? Can't see the players' uniforms? No audio? Camera not following the action? Consider a live stream broadcast with Varsity Media. Our announcers help tell the story of your game.
Goes McCarthy. He's got. He's in.
Touchdown, Farmingdale.
We feature multiple camera angles, guaranteed to capture all the action.
Touchdown, Oceanside.
Plus added features like graphics, instant replay.
Yeah, the shooters are going to shoot here at Bethpage, and one of many threes on the day.
Interviews, and more. It's your time to shine. And with Varsity Media, now you can. Contact us today and book a live stream broadcast with Varsity Media. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone 516-403-2050.